All right, social media can be a gift and a curse, especially during times like these. I chatted with social media strategist Alex Greenwood, who shared some reminders on how to use it for good. How should we be using social media now? And is this more geared toward business or just individuals in person?
Remember one thing, humans are social animals. We all crave communion with each other. We want to see each other. We want to, figuratively touch. Well, and literally touch. We want to hug. We want to shake hands. We want to high five, fist bump, all that stuff. But we can't right now because that's what we're supposed to be doing. So social media actually can be quite a balm for that. You can still connect with people. So I see that as the good side of social media.
What should we not be doing then on social media here at this point?
I would caution people to share things that aren't factual or don't appear to be factual or have not been verified by a few sources. We heard about people getting ill, taking some weird brews of garlic and hot water or chloroquine or some other stuff that they just don't know if it's actually effective, and then passing it on to people, or perhaps saying, this store is completely out of this and there's never going to be more food, that kind of thing. That's not helpful, and it's usually not true.
What are a few ways that you've seen people using social to help?
Well, what I love about beyond, as you said, the neighbors, what if you have neighbors who don't maybe have a support system and maybe you can reach out to them. But also what I've found on social is there's these really great things where people have printed out little cards you can fill out saying, I am your neighbor so-and-so. Here is my phone number. Do you need assistance? Do you need me to get you something from the grocery store or the pharmacy? Or is there do you need me to walk your dog if you're not able to get out? Those kinds of things. That's just beautiful. I think those are one way you can do it. And I think if we all take care of our own backyard in that sense, it helps the wider community. But what I also love real quick is what we're seeing from our law enforcement and our first responders and our city officials. Look at their Twitter accounts. Most of them have such great deft touch with humor, and they're giving you the news and they're trying to let you know how things are going, but they're very compassionate usually and very understanding of what people are thinking. And people are scared. And I love it that they're using social media to calm people down.
The Lawrence Police Department on Twitter is a must follow if you haven't followed them yet. And then just any suggestions just overall on our social media use moving forward over these next few weeks?
I want to tell you something I've been doing, and I've been doing this for a couple of weeks already. I do virtual happy hours with friends. I'm not the first person to do it, but even if you don't drink, it doesn't matter. You can be a cup of coffee, it can be water, it can be nothing, but just get together for an hour, talk about life. And I find it so helpful to hear from other people going through the same thing. You feel so less alone. This gets back to what I said earlier, right? I mean, we're social creatures, and that reinforcement, that positive reinforcement is huge. So I do virtual happy hours. I also do Facebook Lives with cocktail recipes, and people tune in and I make a fool of myself, but people tell me, thank you, it gave me a lift. There's lots of things you can do that are positive.
I'm anxious for his cocktail recipes. And actually, I had my very first Zoom social hour yesterday at 4 o'clock with some of the folks here at the TV station. I don't drink, but I had my little cup of water, and it was fun. Then I started cooking dinner during it as well. So a lot of fun times being had doing those Zoom conference calls. Belinda?